KZN.
No, I was getting confused because of the...
It went off again.
To the one.
Oh, right.
Scores 82.
Yeah, now it's 83 with the single.
How did that overgo?
This one,
Yeah.
No, it's over now, it's fine.
it has a single,
Yeah,
a 4,
yeah,
a single,
yeah,
white,
yeah,
2,
yeah,
dots,
yeah,
a single.
yeah. Should be 82, no?
Just let me know when the mic is live, or can I just switch it on when I'm ready?
No, we're just battling.
Oh, okay.
We haven't battled enough.
Well, the girls seem to be going on very nicely. I was listening to
listened
some
to
of
them?
a little bit, yeah, not very much, but I've passed on the feed to both of their club teams and their school and everything. So hopefully we can get a bit of excitement going for the next time we do this.
There's two the symbol, no?
Yeah.
Oh, I love your mics. I've got such mic envy.
We have like 9 of those.
Really? Do you want to sell any of them to me?
We should. I found out this morning that I'm heading through to Cape Town tomorrow.
Oh shit, what are you doing there?
Cape Schools Week.
Oh really?
7 fields.
We need to actually sort out a proper contract between you and I to actually provide commentators like permanently. I think that's...
Okay. Here we go, Simon. We definitely do.
What is on here? The blue light on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to switch it
To Deva.
on. Okay. Right, well, a very good morning to you. My name is Simon Gear, working with Pitch Vision, who are bringing you the pictures today. I am from One World Sports Radio, and you are joining the National Week for South African blind cricket, and you are joining KwaZulu-Natal, who are batting against the bowling force of Free State. It's very much been all KZN so far this morning. We're also coming live from the Pirates Cricket Club ground here in Johannesburg, where it is slightly cooler, I think, than all of us were expecting, after some very, very hot weather we had last weekend. No, in fact, the last weekend was very rainy, wasn't it? Oh, no. This weekend was rainy. Last weekend was very, very hot. As this is swept, and they do take 2, and there's an attempted run out at the non-strikers end, but 2 safe runs. I will give you a bit of a lowdown on the scorecard and so on once we can get going, and then I'll explain to you also how the game works and how commentary is going to work with this. So the score at the moment is 91 without loss after 8.4 overs. The 2 batsmen in, Tebogo Molasani and Tabiso Ngalone, and the bowler is Jackson. He is B1. Swept 2 fine leg and 1 run, and that will take them on to 93 without loss after 8.5. Another sweep 2 fine leg. This is going to run all the way. There is a stop at the boundary with his feet. We're going to have to wait on the umpires to see whether that crossed the boundary. I don't think it did. And so they took, I think, just a single in the end. I think they were expecting that to have gone across the boundary. And 94 without loss after 9 overs.
Who faced? Tebogo. So now Tabiso is facing. No ball.
No ball is called. Suing for a front foot violation. And that will take us on to 94 without loss.
Did you guys all have breakfast?
Yes,
Yeah, we
thank
have
you.
You sorted because I'm going to go fetch food. Are you wanting
Okay,
more?
you might hear a little bit of crowd noise and folks coming past us as well. We aren't, unfortunately, in a soundproof studio, so you'll have to just understand that it's a bit of a festival atmosphere here today at Pirates. another good sweep, and they came through for a single 95, and that is, I think, after 9 overs.
Yeah, it was a second ball.
Okay, thanks.
New over starting. There's a sweep. There's a mix-up. There's going to be a run out at the non-strike. No, there's not. Unfortunately, the bowler missed the ball that was thrown in. He swept it right into, I think, his batting partner, the runner for the B1 batsman, and the attempted throw at the non-striker's end was missed, and so a bit of a life there for KwaZulu-Natal.
Rain, and then they went back.
Swept into in front of square through to mid wicket, and they take a safe single.
So 2. One is over.
Played into the offside this time, and all the way down to third man, number 13 for Free State. That's Modibo Molobe. He does the fielding. He's a B2, and they just take the single. Once again, bringing in the reverse sweep, well fielded by Molobe in the circle at third man, and they come through for a single, and that is I think Tabiso Ngalane who was batting there. One of the B2 batsmen. In fact, he yeah, sorry, this is Tabiso Ngalane facing now, and he sweeps it into the onside. His runner today is number 13, Thomas Maduna, who is also a B2. Nice little lap around the corner there by Taboko Molasani, and they go through for a single. We must just about have had the 100 brought up. Scorers, where are we on the score? 101 without loss. Are we in the 10th over of the day?
Yeah, final delivery.
Final delivery of the 10th over, left outside the off stump. It is given a wide by the umpire in his high-vis vest. So you'll have to bowl this again. Swept strongly around the corner, well fielded at fine leg inside the circle, sent back to the keeper, and that is the over. 102, I think we decided, without loss after 10 overs. Very, very strong start here by KwaZulu-Natal.
Papa hasn't arrived yet for the Northern's game.
96 plus 105.
But do we play that song? Or we're supposed to play here?
The bowler is Patrick.
We're supposed to play here. Not hard ball.
10, 15. Oh, you're not doing fun, yeah?
No, I'm not at the level yet.
New bowler is Patrick Taloe, who is B1, and this is swept into the onside, fielded near the boundary by number 18 for Free State, who is one of the opening batsmen, Bongani Bosakwe.
Yeah.
Again swept, this time played into Madon area, and well fielded, sent straight back into the bowler's end, and handed back to Patrick. To Patrick. Reverse sweep into the offside. This might run away all the way to the boundary. No, it is collected. And it looks like they're just going to get the single. It is also given a no ball by umpire Nathan, who is one of the administrators at Randburg Cricket Club, quite near to where we are here at Pirates today.
Oh, yeah. No ball 2. 2-1. No ball 2. Yes.
Good sweep into the mid-on area by the number 7 Teboko Molisani, and they go through for a single. Teboko now is on 47 off 31. 48 off 38. No. Sorry. Teboko is on 42 off 31 and Tabiso is on 48 off 38. Into the square leg region, they come through for a single. KwaZulu-Natal scoring at will here at the moment, and not really looking in any trouble whatsoever. Played down to the third man region, and they just come through for a single. Score now 112 off 10.5 overs. Final ball of this B1 over. Holds onto the stumps. Calls the batsman. And he plays right arm around the wicket. Swept strongly into that mid-on area again. And just underarmed back to the bowler. He's helped with the collection. That is... Oh, there is still going to be another ball in this over, I think. Shapes up for the sweep and fielded well at mid-off on the inner ring, and they go through for a single. That should be the end of the 11th over.
Yes, it is.
116. Inobhole ne-2 runs lokhu kunamasingle kumele wena amasingle ayi-6.
It's a bit of a delay at the moment as they just reattach some protective gear to one of the inner fielders. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Number 10 is Simon. Linda, bowler change.
Change of bowler. It is going to be Simon bowling from the Parkhurst end here at Pirates.
He's a big 2, Big 2, Linda, ne?
If they wrote it down wrong, it's not out there.
Comes off a 2-step run up and is reverse swept to third man where there is a misfield, and the man is going to have to chase it down to the boundary. He does haul it in. They take 2 and they will leave it at that for the time being. Score now is 116 without loss after 11.1. Change of action by the bowler. He's going to come right arm around the wicket and trying to angle the ball across the batsman here, who is number 7 Teboko, and it is called a wide on the offside. This time straighter, but it does bring the regular sweep into play, collected by backward square leg. They go through for a single and 117 without loss after 11.2 overs.
What level have you done?
Level 3.
I haven't done that, so I'm only level 3. So
Dot ball staying on 100.
They're on 120.
They're on 120 without loss in the 12th over.
Yes, please with the 12.
A bit of a block, but it's just bunted into the offside, and Tabiso Ngalani allows his runner to come through, and they go through to 121 without loss. Good diving stop there by the man at a short square leg. They go through for a single. I remember him from when I umpired one of these games a few months ago. Very, very brave fielder, often very close into the batsman. I'll tell you his name in a moment once I see his back. Played into the mid-on side, and they jog through for a single. And so at the end of that 12th over, I will get a confirmation of scores from our scorers. 123 without loss at the end of the 12th over. So KZN going along very, very nicely here at 10 runs and over.
123 after 12. Teboko is on 49, and then Tabiso is on 52. 52.
So Teboko is on 49 at the moment. Tabiso on 52. He managed to get to his 50 while we weren't concentrating. He plays it square of the wicket here, causing both the B3s there to the B1s there to dive, but unfortunately that goes between them and collected by number 10, who is Simon Nama. Oh, there's a chance of a stumping here. It's a big appeal and given not out, I think. He got a bit of an edge to it. It came through to the keeper, who was standing a little bit further back, and the keeper dived forward to break the stumps, but number 7 there, Teboko, was able to get back in time. Dinks this one into the offside, and a throw to the non-striker's end, collected by number 11 for the Free State. Can I steal this back?
Yes, okay.
Number 11 from the Free State, that is Makhlola Rametsi. Rametsi with his pink cap on. He is the bowler at the moment. He is a B2, so he comes in off a bit of a run-up. Strong underarm there, and just a late cut through to a third man. He comes around to collect it on the ring, and they go through for a single and 1 run. Played into the onside, number 11, the Makhlola. There's 2 chaps with number 11 on here, which is rather confusing. No, that was number 14, my apologies. Number 14, Modulefa comes through to collect that. So Rametsi, and again, long run up and a strong underarm that is played into the onside. And a bit of a wild throw, There's a chance of another run here. The batsmen decline it though, and they go through for a single, which takes them through to... Okay, we'll get the... If that's end of the over, if you guys can give me a score there. 125. 128 without loss. After 13 overs. This is going to be Simon Nama, number 10, to continue his bowling. He is a B2. And Tabiso is facing, plays it well into the onside. They come through for a single. They look for the seconds, and it is actually a very, very good throw in. Cannons off the stumps, but they choose not to take the second. Simon in again, lovely late cut, and it is collected by Rametsi on that. It's fairly deep actually at fine leg, and they come through for a single. Left alone off the offside, no wide given, dot ball. Played into the onside, diving stop attempt there by the B1 gentleman at square leg. I still haven't managed to get his number for you, but he was the same guy I was talking about earlier. Very, very brave fielder. Happy to take it on his body. Turned around the corner, fielded at backward square leg, sent back in quite quickly, and they go through for a single. Well, driven straight back at the bowler, and a good diving stop there by a bowler. That is the end of the over. I will give you scores in a moment. 130 at the 132 at the end of the 14th over. 132 without loss at the end of the 14th over, and I will get you scores for Tebogo and Tabiso in a moment.
Tabiso is on 57.
To
Or 57 balls. 53 or 44.
So very, very good batting here. Tabiso is on 57 or 57 balls. Run a ball there by the B2 batsman. And Tebogo Molasani, he is on, what did we say, 53 or 40 balls? 53 or 40 balls. He's been a very attacking presence here at the top of the KZN order. Wide ball given, leg side ball delivery. Wide again. They come through for a single, adds one more to the total.
One wide one, and then the second over.
played into the offside. They come through for 1. Do they look for there is a misfield down in that third man area, but they stick to 1. Strong ball by Rameti, missed by the keeper. They are going to go through for. We're going to wait to see what umpire Nathan signals. He doesn't signal, and therefore it must come off the bat. No ball signalled, and they come through for a single, and that puts Tabiso Ngalane on strike. Long run up by Moholo Rameti, and he is just glided down to third man. They come through for a single. That is the over up.
9 of the over.
9 runs off the over.
141.
And 141 without loss for KwaZulu-Natal. Excellent start to this National Week by the purple-clad gents from KZN. I can only assume that the purple is a reference to Hollywood Bets, who is the sponsor of all things KZN cricket. I haven't actually had a close look to see whether they do have the Hollywood Bets logo on the front of their shirts. But well done to Hollywood Bets if they do. Yep, it is indeed Hollywood Bets who are sponsors of KZN. Free States don't have a shirt sponsor, so maybe that is something that folks should have a look at. If you have that sort of business, it's a team that's full of passion, and I think definitely deserves a shirt sponsor. Simon Nummer again coming in to do the bowling, and they just take a single down to third man.
Yiphi over Linda?
Angiyeza ku. Ngizokutshela.
Number 10 away.
There's a big appeal for LBW here. It is given as going down the leg side and not out. And so the B2 batsman Tabiso Ngalane is going to survive, face another day, and he plays this very confidently out into the forward mid-wicket region, and they go through for a single. Sacred Ibis flying over the top of the proceedings. There's a large tip in the corner of this field, well, up on the embankment, and the Sacred Ibises like to gather there and have a route through some of the mess made by the restaurant in this area. The batsmen go through for a single. Strong long play into square leg. They're going to have to hustle through, but they make it through, no problem. 1 run, and that is the end of that over.
So you got 146.
The umpires are asking for the scoreboard to be updated. I'm not sure if we have anyone who's able to do that.
Wait, I don't know who does that.
Do we have a scoreboard here?
I think it's there.
No. Okay, we're going to have to wait and see whether we even have a scoreboard, let alone how we're going to update one. There's rather unofficial drinks break happening at the moment, which I know as an umpire of a T20 I'm not sure I would have allowed at all, but umpires being slightly lenient here, I think, as they wait to see whether we can get a scoreboard activated for them.
I said 2-1. No ball 2.
Yeah,
1.
yeah,
1.
yeah,
1.
yeah.
1.
Yeah.
1. That was a
Extra
7
ball.
ball.
Okay. Bis-
Yeah, let's say 7 ball.
Okay.
Then the next one.
Next one.
Qale uTebogo bekuzokubhola uSimon lapho. Yaqala kuTebogo. Yathi 2
Yeah,
white
yeah,
1
yeah,
dot
yeah,
1
yeah.
1 1. Yaphela kuThabiso.
No bowler.
Mana wajika
It is going to be Moholo Rametsi to continue his bowling spell off his run up, not bowling quite as quickly as he was earlier in the day, but this is a leg side wide.
Musol.
White.
White.
Yeah.
White to Thabiso.
Much faster ball this time, and I think just glided through the offside by the batsman Tabiso Ngalane, who is having a very confident innings today.
Oh, Mawa.
It's a 1.1 1 1 1.
Yeah. So.
Ne?
Yeah.
Then yaqala ngoThabiso yathi 1
Mm.
1
Mm.
dot 1
Mm.
Again, just
1 1.
played the late, not even really the late cut, just a glide to backward point, and they go through for the single. That was Tebogo who played that shot, and it is going to be Tabiso to face now. Tabiso's runner is Thomas Maduna. Strong ball here, missed by everybody, I think, but there is a long stop in place, and it is given as byes by umpire Nathan.
White 1 1 5.
Lap sweep down to fine leg, and that allows Tebogo Molisane to go through for another single.
Come on, Rabada! Come on, Rabada! One boy!
Again played into the onside, and another run to Tabiso.
Come on, Rabada! Come on, Rabada!
Free State guys nicknaming Rametsi Rabada. He is definitely their fastest bowler, but played with no real problem into the onside. One of the B1 guys is able to lie down. It is in fact, I'll be able to give you his name now, it is in fact Joseph Sessing, who is a B1 player, puts his body on the line and keeps it to a single.
153 after 17.
153 without loss after 17 overs here.
Jy het 'n belle mancha. White.
White one. White, a single. A single. Bye. Single. Single.
White,
Single.
right. After the bar.
After a bye, there was a single. A single. And a single.
Sure.
Thank you very much. They should have closed.
Did you get 7 off the over?
7 runs off that over.
7 to the total, 6 to the
Yes,
bowler.
I think we've got a change of bowler here.
The bowler is 33.
33 years. And total.
So a change of keeper as well. Rametsi is going to go into the keeper's position, and that frees up. Not quite sure who the bowler is here. Scorers. Lap sweep into the onside, collected there at a deep fine leg and sent back in.
Sheet number 1. That's bowler number. Should be
Bowler number 1, it's David Laundry.
Yes.
Just played into the offside by Tapiso,
Table.
and they come through for a single. Tebogo on strike. Plays down to fine leg. It is fielded safely by the gentleman down there, and they go for another single. Very much a game of singles. Blind cricket, and any boundary or double you get is often considered something of a bonus. Blocked right in front of the wickets. Attempt to run it down to the offside, and no run. Is the B2 Tabiso who's facing. Leg side wide, I think we're going to find here. It is indeed. And that is the end of the over, 159 after, is it 18 overs, ladies?
Yes, 18 gone.
18 overs, 18 gone. You might have heard a snatch of commentary there. That is our team that is working at Hyde Park High School, the Jimmy Cook Oval. And that is Otto Simon, who is, you will, if you've listened to any of 1WSR.com, you'll know Otto very, very well. He runs our rugby product there and is a very, very passionate cricket commentator as well. And he today is joined by Wayne, who is one of Pitch Vision's staffers. On the top field, the Pirates B field, which is, I think it's Gauteng versus Border. There you'll be able to hear Amy Gear, one of our youngsters. She is also the youngest ever female to umpire a President's League game in Gauteng. So she's a very, very accomplished cricketer in her own right, and she is joined by Sam Swanepoel, who last year was Bowler of the Year in Premier League women's cricket in Gauteng. A very, very strong sweep here. It is well fielded at square leg by number 18, Bongani Bosakwe, a B2, and really got his body behind it. And good cricket all round. Again turned into the onside, this time by Taboko, and they jog through for what we would call an agreed single, I think. White-breasted swallow, which has just flown low over the field in front of us.
Linda.
No idea.
Played into the onside, fielded at a fine leg, and collected. I'm going to try and get the bowler for you. It is the number 10, Simon Nama, a B2. He bowls off a two-step run-up and played easily into the offside by Taboko, and they go through for a single. We're in the 19th over now, so quite near the end of this first innings. 163 without loss. Played into the offside through the covers. There is going to have to be a run around. They go through for 2 now. Bonus runs there by KwaZulu-Natal, and 165 without loss after 18 after 19 overs. That is the end of the over. 167.
19,
Over on the side, we'll give you who's bowling on the side, ladies. Number one. It is number 1. It's David Laundry. I have his name as David Laundry. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, David Laundry. Slightly unusual surname, but I'm sure he is happy to come clean with it. A breath of fresh air, many would say, David Laundry. Played into the onside, and they go through for a single. That was Taboko Morasani who played that shot. .168, and this time he gets it through the defences of Tabiso Ngalani, and he is going to have to depart with a very, very strong innings. It was well over a run a ball. I'll get to the details in a moment. He's scored 71 runs off 72 balls, and the end of a very, very fine start to this National Week by Tabiso Ngalani.
Look at the man. Who's going in? Number 9.
We're having a look to see who's going to be the next batsman. It is number 14, Matula Dlamini, and he is going to number 13, Thomas Maduna, is going to continue as the runner. Thomas was the runner for Tabiso. It's number 14, Matula Dlamini. He's a B1. Just orientating himself on the stumps at the moment. Thomas just helping him. The stumps are very, very skew. Umpire Nathan probably needs to step in here, I would have thought. No, but it's left in place. Of course, if I remember correctly, it's the B1 batsman score double for any runs that they score. Thomas certainly looking like he's ready. It is a leg side wide, and the partnership gets off the mark. We are in the final over, 167 for 1 at the moment after 19.2. David in again, and an attempt at a sweep but Laundry, not Laundry at all. Clamini is well within his crease and no run. Laundry in again. Right arm under the wickets. And another attempt at stumping, but I think Rametsi is very, very much in optimism here. Two more balls remaining in the over, and Clamini does manage to get it away this time. He sweeps it into the onside, so that will be 2 runs to him as Thomas comes through to complete the run. And 1 run remaining in the innings with KwaZulu-Natal on 169 for 1. So almost certain to post a total of 170 here, I would have thought. Strong ball. Are they going to get 2 here? I think they've got to run this hard. Yeah, they do come through for 2. So that will take them through to 171 for 1 at the end of the 20th over. A strong performance by KwaZulu-Natal. Tabiso Ngalani, he was out for 71 of 72. The not out batsmen are Taboko Molaswani. He scored 70 of 56, and Matula Clamini just the 2 runs off the 3 balls that he faced. We'll be back after the break and look forward to you joining us then. right, well, a very good welcome to you once again, and you are joining us in the second over of the Free State innings, as they try and chase this intimidating total by KwaZulu-Natal of 172 to win, I think. Facing is Simon Noma. He's a B2, number 10. And his runner is Bongani Bosakwe. And at the non-strikers end is David Laundry. As Simon brings out the reverse sweep there, but it is given out an offside wide by umpire Nathan Malchas.
Number 17 bowler.
Number 17.
Yeah.
The bowler is number 17. It's Ndu Nyawase. Ndu is a B2.
Thank you.
He's bowling off a two-step run-up.
It's a B2. It's a B2 bowler.
Thank you, Siabonga.
He comes right arm under the wicket and swept into the reverse swept into the offside by Simon. They come through for a single, and there's overthrows at the non-strikers end, and they're going to scamper through for yet another run. And those are valuable runs here for Free State, and Free State will go on to round about 10 runs, 11 runs, I think, without loss.
I'm banning, yeah.
Do you want me to put the... I'll This is very well flicked off his toes, away for 4 by David Laundry. And the bowler of the bowling of Tabiso Ngalani.
Yeah, he's a bit too. It was a 4-4.
Again, just swept by Laundry down to that fine leg region. It is fielded this time, and they only get a single.
Yeah.
That brings the score on to approximately 24 without loss at the moment.
Someone is number 10. Number 10.
22 without loss after 2.2 overs. It's going along nicely at 10 runs and over at the moment.
So Simon is facing now. Yes.
Again, Simon sweeping this very, very fine of square, and they go through for a single. 23 without loss after 2.5 overs. Oh, this is definitely a no ball. It's stuck in his hand somewhat. He ended up bowling a full toss, which is terrifically rare in blind cricket. They do, of course, have to bounce the ball before a halfway point on the crease. And so this is now a free hit for David Laundrie, who is definitely one of the strong players for Free State. Oh, he manages to give away a dot ball on the free hit, which he'll be irritated by. He really gets hold of it this time, drives it hard down to fine leg. When I say drives, I mean he did literally just follow the ball, and it was very much a drive rather than a lap. And they only get a single though, because good fielding on the boundary there. I'll be able to tell you in a moment who that was when he turns around. Bowler in again quite slowly, but pulled in front of square by Simon, and they come through for a single. That is the end of that over. 26 without loss after 3. The two batsmen, David Laundrie is on 10 off 9, and Simon Nama is on 10 off 11. And the bowling there was by Ndu. He's got 8 runs off that over.
Change of bowler, girl. Number 14.
Is going to be a change of bowler. It is, did you say number 14?
Yeah.
So number 14 for the Free State is Mojalefo Seloklela. He is a B3. Is he a B3? He's got a run up, which is unusual for B3s.
Who's bowling in that?
Mojalefo, we think, is the bowler. Number 14. Played into the onside, well fielded there by one of the B3 guys. It is number 15, B1 guys rather, Lutando Nake. But it is Mojalefo B3. It's Spilela Kalaka, and he is a B1.
1, 2.
3 runs off the over so far.
Now is David.
Spilela.
Because David is the one facing. So that's a run. So it's a single, 2.
They get through for a single.
4, 1, 1.
So 4 runs now off the over.
1, 1. Yeah, it's a single.
Okay.
Yeah, I assume. Again, a fairly slow underarm delivery and driven straight back past the keeper, where it is collected by the long stop and fed back in. They go through for a single. Top shot there by Simon. When I was umpiring him a few weeks ago, this was definitely the shot where he scored most of his runs, the drive behind square. Oh, strong. This is a legitimate drive to mid-on by David Laundrie, but didn't take a run, and in fact doesn't like the noise that made off his bat, and we're going to see a change of bats.
Yes, I. Shuma marar. Remove ya bone no. Let us.
He's managed to crack his bat, has David Laundrie. Attempts a drive back past the keeper this time, but a diving stop to the leg side by the keeper, and it is signalled as a leg side wide. They didn't run one. A dot ball, but a leg side wide. And again, now this very, very strong drive backward of square. Both the batsmen employing this shot now, but it is they've got a strong B3 fielder down in that area, and he's able to collect it and send it back in. That is not the end of the over. I think it is the end of the over. 7 runs off that over, which gets us to a total, I'm sure my scorers will tell me shortly, 32 runs off 33 runs off 4 overs, ladies.
Yes.
Yes,
After 4 overs. Yes, there is a change of bowler. We're just waiting to see who it is. Could use a KZN spotter here, couldn't we? They've, for all of their fancy shirts, they've got tiny little numbers on the backs of their shirts. Just a lovely little dink around the corner by Dave Laundrie, and they go through for a single. The bowler bowling from the Parkhurst end of this Pirates this Pirates A oval. Oh, and a bit of chaos here with Simon advancing down the pitch. I'm not quite sure what he was hoping to achieve by that. There's no real advantage to coming down the pitch. The bowler we have learnt is Tando Lutando Nake. In fact, he is a B1.
And where's my red one?
Lutando Nake. Played into the onside. He is a B1, and they go through for a single.
B1.
For bonus. Oh.
So B1 bowler lining up again, and a wild swipe by Simon. There is an appeal for a stumping, but he never left his crease. And no run.
Come on, batsman!
Umpires signal to each other, 2 runs to come, 2 balls to come.
One and yeah?
This one swept into the onside by Simon, who has a runner with him. His runner, incidentally, is number 18, Bongani Bosakwe, a B2 in his own right. But clearly one of the racing snakes of the Free State side. The man looks like he should be able to run a 330, 1500. Driven really nicely through the onside, but it is collected by the mid-on fielder there. Try and see if I can spot who that is for you. Change of over. That is 36 runs gone after 5. So KZN beginning to apply some pressure here, and Free State maybe drifting off the off the required run rates. 7 runs and over at the moment. That'd get them to around about 140, 150. Reminder that they need 170 odd I think
He went to us.
172 to win. What is the total they're chasing? 173 to 173 to win. As this is driven very, very strongly into the mid-on area, and sorry, not the mid-on area, rather the fine leg area, and they get 4 runs for their troubles.
I don't want to put number 1. You know, but they're wearing, that's the thing.
The number, but they're very small. Yeah.
No, they're very visible, but I can't see the number.
Number 2. Umbona kase what? Yeah? In down number 2, ne? Is it 2 or 22?
Nama binoculars, ungazithathelele kubo. Ah, sido. Eh?
I'm not thinking I made.
22, that's bowling. 22 batting.
That one time is 2. Number 2.
It is number.
Number 2, Bandinda.
So the new bowler is the number 2 for Free State, and he is not on my list.
Number 2 is Tavis. He bowled already.
Oh, there he is indeed. And Tabiso Ngalani, one of the heroes of the batting innings, he scored 70 odd, and driven into the square leg area. They go through for a single. Tabiso in again. And an attempted pull into the onside. They aren't actually going to be able to get through to for the single. Good running there by the Free State pair.
Didn't they put it over? Full short, ne?
Basakhuluma.
Oh. Oh, the. Seems like it's not over.
It's not an over, but there is a bit of a pause in play. Umpire Nathan Malchus having a bit of a chat to the KwaZulu-Natal batsman. I can only assume that that's running on the pitch. I can't imagine what else would be would cause. Oh, there's a dead ball signalled.
Get ball.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was about.
But did they change the best?
Oh, wild swipe here by Simon and Simon Nama, and he pushes it out into the covers. Really had a wind up at that one. They come through for 2. The bowler is number 2, Tabiso Ngalane, hero of the first innings.
Number 10, Uban.
Simon really getting ready, and he sweeps this around into the onside.
Okay,
Good fielding there by number 7, who is Tebogo Molasani, his opening batting partner, and they go through for a single.
So Leah bought that ball, so you cancel that ball.
Yeah, so after he did go by 2, the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon has bowled 2 overs. 11 of the over.
That means
47.
47 is the note.
11 runs off that over, and now 47 without loss after how many? We've had 6 overs now.
Overs.
47 without loss after 6 overs. And Free State coming back onto the required run rate here somewhat. They'd probably want to be in mid-50s, I think, after 6 to be safely on track, but certainly getting better in. Number 9 for KwaZulu-Natal is Bati Qalelo. Anati, I've had him down as Bati. Is Anati Qalelo. He is a B2. He's going to be coming in from the Parkhurst end, past umpire Andre Sauls, and I think that one might be called a wide. No, it's not. It's an offside dot ball. One of the faster bowlers for KwaZulu-Natal here. Swept strongly onto the onside by Simon Nama, and they go through for a single. That'll bring Dave Laundrie onto strike with his red shoes. He just dinks it onto the onside, collected by the man backward of square leg, and they go through for a single.
Number Bolengak 3. I'm Bolengak over.
Outside the off stump, that is the second dot of the over. A wild swipe by Simon Nama there, and no run. This one misses everything. Goes past the bat of Simon Nama, goes past the wicketkeeper's gloves as well, and it is going to be collected by the man coming through from the onside. Is it called a bye? It's not, by umpire Andre Sauls, and so we will have to assume that came off the bat. Called wide this time by the umpire. He's going to have to bowl it again. This ball again, I think, is going to be called an offside wide. So the bowler really coming in quite hard here, but he's struggling with his line somewhat. This time Nama is able to just work this away with a reverse sweep down to fine leg, where number 23 Atini Nonana does the fielding. Here's a B3 who's been doing quite a lot of the work behind the stumps. That is the end of the over. The two batsmen, Simon Nama, who is on 21 of 24, and David Laundrie, 24 of 20. The score 55 without loss now after 7. So I would say they're about an over behind in terms of run rate at the moment, but if they can have a couple more 10 or 11 run overs, they'll certainly be able to claw that back. There is a change of bowler. We'll tell you who it is in the moment. It is Teboko again. Teboko Molasane. He is a B3, so he comes in off a bit of a run-up, although that one was a wide. Also signalled wide by umpire Malchus. Oh, and really worked hard into the onside here, past the despairing dive by one of the B1 players who field in that square leg region. An attempted run out, and umpire Sauls says not out. Teboko is B3.
Thank you.
Teboko in again, rolling it down, and worked hard into the onside by Dave Laundrie. There is a man down there who does the fielding, and an attempted double run, but his man is sent back, and they managed to survive the run out attempt. Simon Nama to face now. Reverse sweep, it loops in the air and the keeper is going to have to scramble back and collect it, and he fires it in. Oh, a direct hit. Oh, that was worth an appeal. KZN did not appeal, and I think his bat was in the air there, the runner for Simon Nama. I think that was a major let out. Oh, and driven very, very hard back at the bowler. I think he palmed this down. It was definitely a catch attempt. Tebogo Molasani losing it. Yeah, I think KZN missed a trick there. I think an appeal would have forced umpire Malchus to make a decision, and certainly we are sitting directly on square, and I would have been very, very tempted to give that out. Dot ball through to the keeper, no run. A lovely little dink shot by Dave Laundrie. Runs down to fine leg. They go through for a single. 1 run. That is the end of the over. 61 without loss after 8 overs. They're right on track, in fact, for the run rate. I think they probably would need maybe 65 to be completely comfortable, but certainly there or thereabouts. 61 without loss. I think this game is going to go right down to the wire. Right. It seems to be another change of bowler. Judging by the keeper, this is a B3 bowler. You can hear him yelling the yeah that the keepers yell. Given as a wide, and it is indeed Notula.
Is the wearing shirt number 14?
Matula Klamini is the man, if he is indeed wearing number 14.
Wearing number 14.
We're waiting to have a see. It's quite difficult for the to read the B1 guys because they don't move around a lot on the crease. Keeper calls him again, and this time it is just worked into the onside by Dave Laundrie, and they go through for a single. We'll see if we can pick him up again. He feels for the stumps. He's very, very hooked to the stumps at the moment, so he's not moving around a lot.
Wide. Dot 1. Matula. Coming.
Keeper calls him in again, and a bit of a swipe by Simon Nama. It is given as wide by Andre Sauls.
Wide.
Wide.
Yes.
Well, it was a semi-accidental attempt at stumping there. I think it pretty much bounced off the keeper's foot and onto the stumps, but they had a bit of an appeal. Nothing wrong with clearing the pipes. Nathan Malchus at square leg says not out. A big swing into the offside by Simon Nama. It is going to be chased here by number 17, who is Ndun Nyawase. He's a B2, and he sends it back, keeping the well, in fact, 2 runs accrue to the Free State team. He drives it right back behind the keeper, down to the man at a long stop or very, very fine leg. They go through for a single. This will bring Dave Laundrie onto strike. given as a wide. In fact, it looked like it could almost have been a no ball for a full toss over the halfway line. Getting chirped a little bit by the Free State players is umpire Andre Sauls, but he is adamant in his decision. Wide ball called. Oh, this is going to be another wide, I think.
Yeah, looks like. Yeah.
Very strong off drive through the covers, and it is going to run away for top shot by Dave Laundrie. Shot of the day, I would almost say. That is the end of that over, which is the 9th over, 73 without loss. And I would say at the halfway mark, which will be at the end of the next over, we would be expecting Free State to be at maybe the 80 run mark, to be maybe the 90 run mark, to be comfortable. So they're a little bit behind where they maybe should be. An informal drinks break here. Wouldn't allow this as the umpire. I think they're being very, very generous, allowing a drinks break to the batsman. T20s, you should be tough enough to be able to handle it. But our man sprinting back off the field again. I'll tell you who he is in a moment. Seems like quite a character. He's certainly been chirping from the side. It is number 2 who is not on our. Oh, it is. No, it's, he's not in the 11. Is our man number 2 for the Free State. But resplendent in his leather hat. First ball, number 17. Number 17 for KZN. It is Ndu Nyawase, B2. Just guides himself from the stumps, takes a couple of steps back, and wide outside the off stump. A really strong swipe by Simon Nama, and no runner crew, dot ball. Yes, bowled again, and a very, very strong swipe by Simon Nama. He certainly doesn't leave anything on the pitch, does he? But it gets a bit of an inside edge, and it just bobbles away into the onside. They go through for a single, and that brings us to 74 without loss after 9.5 overs. So I would say, where do you think these guys need to be? I would say probably, a little over 160 at halfway, which would give them bang on the... and this is driven so hard by Dave Laundrie. Is it going to get all the way to the boundary? It is not. Very, very long straight boundary there on this Pirates field, and they go through for 2. 76 without loss after 9.4. And this time he drives in the other direction, all the way down to the fine leg boundary, well fielded there by the B3 man who is doing the boundary patrol behind the keeper, and they just get through for another 2. And this is turning out to be a good over for the Free State. 78 without loss. So if they can squeak themselves to 80 after 10 overs, that leaves them with a forecasted score of 160, certainly within striking distance of that 171. Oh, and he hits it hard this time. Clearly, Laundrie has decided to really open it up. Unfortunately, these plastic balls really don't travel very, very well, and so they're only able to come through for 2. That would have been a solid bet for a 1 or 2 bounce 4 in red ball cricket, I think. And that is the end of the over. At the end of 10 overs, we are 80 exactly without loss. I would say that's par at the moment for a Free State. just waiting to see who the new bowler is. It still looks like a B1 bowler. You can always tell by the call of the keeper, but we're going to just wait and see who it is with coming. Is he left arm? He's left arm under the wicket.
This is still the same ball.
No, sorry, he's right arm. He's right arm around the wicket. Oh, and a swing and a miss by Simon Nama, but given as a wide by umpire Sauls. And the umpire is Lutando Nake, who is number 15. He's a B1. Sends it in. This is very, very wide by Lutando, leg side wide, and given a no ball actually as being off the pitch. So this will be a free hit with Simon Name to have a go at it. As we are joined by the resident pair of Egyptian geese flying low over the field.
No ball.
No ball.
Is a no ball. Lines in again, and again this is leg side, so this is going to be called wide, and the free hit will be maintained on this ball as well. Given a wide again. This is a bit of a problem over here for KwaZulu-Natal. They're going to have to do something about this. This could really bring Free State back onto the expected run rate here.
Sorry guys.
That ball was just played into the onside, and they come through for a single. That brings David Laundrie onto strike. He's the man who's really decided to open his shoulders in the last couple of overs, and I think he's going to try and take advantage of this B1 bowler. Rolled through to him, and he drives it out into the backward square leg region. It runs away for 4, and this is putting Free State through to 89 now without loss, and well on the way to chasing that 171 for 1 that KwaZulu-Natal posted.
Don't you drink this one? I don't like it. So it works out in the end.
Hey.
Bit of a wild swing, and he's going to be lucky to just missed the non-striker's end, the throw, but that is given as a wide. I think we're approaching 10 balls for the over here, and no criticism of the bowler at all. I know that if I was blindfolded, I would struggle very, very much to get 6 balls down the other end in the correct area.
So you don't need a
Driven hard, straight back past the keeper. It is fielded with his feet, as we were taught gravely never to do as kids. But number 9 for KwaZulu-Natal, who is Bati Kalelo, he does the fielding. He's a B2 fielding behind the keeper there. Left outside the off stump. This is given as another wide by Andre Sauls. Good cricket there by Dave Laundrie, recognising that he can just get the extra run without having to do too much. Two balls, legitimate balls, still need to be bowled in this over. And driven really hard. Is this going to beat the man? It is indeed. That runs away for 4. Dave Laundrie gets another boundary to his name, and they go to 97 without loss after 10.5. Laundrie is on 47 of 33 with 5 fours. Simon Nama 28 of 35. Final ball of the over. Will he be able to get this through as a legitimate delivery? He'll be hoping for a dot ball here. Rolls it through. Laundry winds up, gets a bit on it, and that is the end of the over. And that brings Free State through to 97 without loss after 11 overs.
No ball.
Yeah?
Is it dot wide?
Side.
No ball. Wide. Wide. 1. 4. Change of ball again. They like making us work.
Oh, there were two singles. 17. That's 97.
Okay, 97 after 11.
Springs.
He said how much?
97 without loss after 11. Simon Hamet face. We'll tell you in a moment who the bowler is. It is going to be someone B2 or B3. I can tell you that straight away. Keeper is standing back. Man with a black cap on. About to bowl from the green side end. And he gets a bit of an inside edge. It is number 2, who is Tabiso Ngalane. Another one of the hero opening batsmen for KwaZulu-Natal. He also got to his 50 today. And a dot ball. Great way to start this 12th over, which I think is going to be a high pressure over, because Free State were running away with it a little bit in the previous over. Comes in again off a 2 or 3 step run up. Right arm under the wicket. And there's a bit of a hesitation with the running between Dave Laundry and the KZN runner, Bongani Busakwe. But they do get through okay. And one run to be so again off his short run up. Right arm under the wicket. Rolls it through. It's driven straight back at the bowler by Dave Laundry. And number 22 for KwaZulu-Natal, Bruce Moundler, he comes through, or Mvundla, I think, comes through and does the fielding. After 3 balls, 99 without loss, after 11 and a half overs. Very, very strong sweep straight back past the bowler. And Simon Nama surveys his work as his runner Bongani comes through, and they go through for the single, and that brings up the 100 off 11.4 overs. The 2 batsmen are Simon Nama, he's on 30 off 38, and Dave Laundry 48 off 35. So Dave Laundry taking his strike now. He's going to be looking to maybe bring up his half century in this over. He has a real swing at that, hits it very, very hard. They must come back for the double, surely. Bongani calls him back through. Laundry not looking that keen on doing much running, but Bongani is a racing snake who is keen to keep running all day. And they go through for 2. That is the 50 up for Dave Laundry. 50 off 36 after 5 overs. Rolls it in again. Laundry really opening his shoulders. Doesn't really get hold of this. And I think it ricochets off the man at a silly mid-off. And no run, a very, very valuable dot ball. Is that the end of the over? It is indeed called end of the over, and after 12 overs, 102 without loss. Yeah, it's another B3 bowler here. Is it the same guy who was bowling before? We're not 100% sure. It is called a wide. We're just waiting to see his back to see exactly who that is. Oh, driven straight back past the keeper. This is going to run away for 4 off the bat of Simon Name. Great shot there. It looks like it's going to be another good over for Free State.
White and the 4.
What is the bowler's name, ladies? Spilele Kalaka, number 10. He is a B1. Collects himself against the stumps. Bowling right arm around the wickets. Was this the same bowler who went for all the wides the previous over? Or was that somebody else? No, this is a change of bowler, different B1. Oh, wild swipe by Simon, tempted stumping by our man behind the stumps, who has got a black vest on, so we can't see his number, which is not very helpful at all. Spinetta winds up again. Right arm around the wicket. Same again. Wild swipe by Simon. I think he would be well employed to just bring up the sweep here and just try and get off strike and bring Dave Laundrie into play. This is a leg side and it is going to be called wide by umpire Andre Sauls, who brings him back onto the stumps, collects the ball for Spilele. 2 to come. Another attempted sweep here. There is an attempted stumping, but he was miles back. It was sometimes it just helps the keeper to break the stumps and feel good about himself for a bit. Umpire Malchus does the fixing of the stumps under a large flock of homing pigeons, feral doves if you would, rock doves, feral pigeons. Oh, and he's bowled. He leaves the ball and he's bowled. That is the end of Simon Nana. And number 10, Spilele Kalake celebrates his wicket, and that is the first wicket down for Free State. He gets congratulations from some of the KwaZulu-Natal players as he walks up, and we think he scored 34 at a run rate of about 5 runs per 6 balls faced. I will get you so what we're hoping for is the score of Simon Nama. 34 runs of 43 balls, a strike rate just under 5 runs per over, and was an able partner of Dave Laundrie as Dave tries to up the run rate against KwaZulu-Natal. And the score now 108 for 1 of 12.5 overs. The new batsman to the crease is Jackson Marke, and he's a B1 batsman, so all of his runs are going to count double. Important role. If you can get your B1 guys to really turn the strike over and collect some decent runs, you really do well at this cricket. Well, he pulls out a late cut, and so they are going to come through for 2. That's very, very valuable running by the Free State. That means 4 runs off that first ball that he has faced. At the end of that 13th over, 112 for 1 now after 13. And so well on. I think this is a very, very evenly balanced game at the moment. Too close to call, as they say in American parlance. The next over is going to be from the greenside end. Let's have a look at who is going to be bowling that. We think it's probably going to be Tabiso. Let's just have a look. Giving the ball a bit of a rattle. Get his team excited.
Hey, Linda. Where is he?
So is it 1-1-2?
The score is 1-1-2 for 1 at the moment after 13 overs. Given as a dead ball straight away. Quite sure what happened there. Number 7, Teboko Molasani, is the bowler, the opening batsman for the KwaZulu-Natal team.
He did go. He might be.
Comes in off a 5-pace runner, and a wild swipe there by Dave Laundry, given as a wide by umpire Malchus.
No, the first ball was a dead ball.
Dead ball, then a white now.
Dead ball, then wide. And this time played off his toes by Laundry. They don't take a single, and they send Bongani Bosakwe, who is the runner for the B1 Jackson marker, back, and so no run. Comes in again and swept through the mid-on region. They're going to come back for 2. Good running there by Free State. 115 now for 1 after 13.2. Plays again. Oh, straight back at the bowler, and bounces off his hands. It was a mischance there again. I mean, incredibly difficult catches to take in blind cricket. That ball must get large very, very quickly for these guys, even for the B2 or B3 guys. And a bit of a life by for Dave Laundry. So after 3 balls, 115 for 1. Clouds growing a little bit over Pirates. Bit of an ill wind blowing as well. It is quite chilly. Again, an attempt to pull this into the onside, but no dice. And another dot ball. Very, very good over this is building to be by Teboko Molasani. Pigeons wheel overhead. He comes in for the 4th ball and just dinked into the offside. There is a chance of a run out here, an attempted throw by the keeper, and they could come through for the overthrows. They do indeed, and so that is 2 runs that are going to accrue to Laundry. He goes to 54 now after 42, and the score 117 for 1. Even the scorers beginning to put on their extra jerseys here. Not so much the commentators, who are either made of sterner stuff or who have left their jackets in the car. That is the end of the over. 117 for 1. Another dot ball to end that over after 14 overs. 117 for 1, chasing 171 for 1. So you can do the maths. It shows that I think the current run rate is 8.4. The required run rate a smidgen over 9. Free State require 55 runs after 36 overs. It is going to get very, very close indeed.
One on 7 in that. After 14, eh?
Spilele is going to continue his work, her work, his Spilele. Second ball, and it is the B1 Jackson marker who is facing. Field is clustered around the bat here. Lots of pressure here being applied by the KwaZulu-Natal team, and outside the off stump it is given as a no ball by umpire Sauls. very, very experienced umpire in the Central Gauteng setup. Swept again into the onside, and there is an attempted run out, but Bongani Butakwe, who is the dedicated runner for the Free State team, he gets home easily. They go through for a single.
Comes for 2. Yeah.
Strong ball, but it is given as a wide. Offside wide by Andre Sauls, and he just guides Spelele back onto the stumps, right arm around the wicket here. So he's angling it across the batsman. Not an easy line to bowl at the best of times, and again, unfortunately, is given as an offside wide. 122 for 1 now after 14 and a half overs, requiring 50 runs off 33 balls. Oh, and just dinked into the offside. Great batting by Dave Laundrie. They're looking to come back for 2, and the throw is wayward, unfortunately, so they get through fairly easily, and that brings the required runs down to just 48 now. 48 with 9 wickets standing and 32 balls in which to do it. Required run rate of 9 on the button. Bowls it in again, left alone by Sauls. No ball given. This should be a free hit. Sauls guides Spelele back onto the stumps. Hands in the ball. And driven through the third man area. There is going to be an effort to run around and collect it. Are they able to get there? Wasn't able to see past some of the 12th men for Free State, and they get through for 2. And I definitely feel a shift of momentum into Free State's hands here. KwaZulu-Natal, I think, will be unbelieving of that. They, I think, would have thought that 171 was a very, very defendable total, as this is missed outside the off stump by Laundrie, and they get a much needed dot ball. That is the end of the over. At the end of the 15th over, 127 for 1. The Free State need 45 runs off 30 balls with 9 wickets in hand. A required run rate of 9 runs and over.
Linda? Yeah? Shit, number 9. Number 9 is Anati.
The new batsman is Anati, who Anati Kalelo. He has bowled already in over today, and this first one from the B2 is called wide by umpire Malchas. Comes in again, right arm under the wicket, and played into the offside, but a good diving stop by the keeper and his slip, and no run. Every single dot ball is so valuable now. Bowls it again, and the B1 batsman Jackson Marker gets really low and sweeps it across into the onside. Bongani does the scurrying through, and 1 run accrues. Anati again. Oh, swing and a miss outside the off stump, but it is given as a wide. Bit of a lifeline there from the umpire for batsman Laundrie. Laundrie at the moment batting very nicely, 58 off 47. Plays this behind square. Oh, there's a chance of a run out. but Bongani gets through. Laundry not exactly rushing back to the non-striker's end, and they come through for a single. Bowls it through, and Jackson getting really down low, playing it into the offside. Again trying to that sweep, but he doesn't connect it, and another dot ball, and KZN being able to build just a little bit of pressure here as they bowl to the B1, keeping him on strike. Bowls it again, and it is hit straight back down. Both the Silly Madoff and Silly Madon prostrate themselves. Oh, pardon me. And that is the end of the over. At the end of 16 overs, 136 for 1 now. Jackson is there on 12 off 10, and David Laundry is there on 59 off 48. Still a required run rate of 9 runs and over exactly. First ball of the over played into the offside by Laundry. They go through for a single. That takes them through to 137 for 1. I used to live in a house that was number 137, less than a kilometre away from this ground. As the field now comes in for the B1 Jackson Marke. Lots and lots of pressure being applied to him. He gets down low and he's able to sweep it away into the offside, and they get through for a single, getting Dave Laundry back onto strike. Dave Laundry looks to hit it into the onside. It is fielded by square leg, and they only are able to get through for a single, which is going to bring Jackson back onto strike. Gets guided back to the stumps by his runner Bongani. Surprisingly cold and blowy day here at Pirates A Oval. Oh, he sweeps very well, and they're going to try and come through for a single. A direct hit would have been the end of Laundry, but they now come for a very well taken second single. What happened there was it was 2 runs. 2 runs played off the bat. Was it given a no ball?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 2 runs, well 4 because it came off the bat of Jackson, and they were able to very quickly spot that the overthrows went to a B1 who'd lost the ball after he had stopped it. and they just take a single, so another 2 runs off there, and another overthrows to the same fielder. They're really taking it. Oh, Bongani wants a third, but it is he's sent back. So a chance of a 6 there for KwaZulu-Natal, for Free State rather, but the turn down. And that brings the score to 149 for 1. Jackson to face. He gets very, very low and just shovels it into the offside. There's a chance of a run out here. Oh, they miss the non-striker's end, and they survive. It was Bongani running to that non-striker's end. Bongani, of course, is Jackson's runner. Jackson himself now running out to a backward fine leg position where he will wait for his turn, but it is Dave Laundry now to face. Oh, and he looks for the drive behind square, but it is a leg side wide. Yeah, 1 ball remaining in the 16th over. 152 for 1 now. It's getting very, very tight. Just 20 runs needed. This is played strongly into the onside. It is fielded out beyond the ring. All they can manage is a single. It does mean that Laundry will retain the strike at the end of the over. Attempted run out because the batsman and the bowler were getting in each other's way, but he made his ground, no problem. And so after 17 overs, 153 for 1 now, they are chasing 171 for 1, 19 runs required off 18 balls, 9 wickets in hand. That's not going to be a problem. Current run rate is 9 and the required run rate just 6.3. 3 overs to go and 19 runs required, and at the rate that they have been batting, I would say that this is very, very much Free State's game to lose now. I think if KwaZulu-Natal are able to pick up Dave Laundry, they might be able to get back into this game. And certainly Free State have been taking some fairly risky runs in the last couple of overs. Now they just need to settle down and get home.
Now.
So the new bowler is number 17 is Ndu Nyawase, and this goes behind the keeper, and they come through for a single. It is given as buys, and that is going to bring Jackson Market back on strike. Remember, of course, every run he scores counts double. So if he can pierce that inner ring and get 2 here, that's very, very valuable. So he crouches low, right down, but he plays this way too early. It is given as a wide by Nathan Malkas, and that brings the score now to just 17 required off 17 balls, 6 runs and over. A runner ball. Holds it again, slower ball. He really has to wait for it, does Jackson, but I think this is wide outside the off stump again, and just 16 runs now required off 17 balls. Field is very, very close for this B1 batsman. Faster ball outside the off stump, goes through to the keeper. A valuable dot ball for KwaZulu-Natal. No dot ball, no wide given, and still back to a runner ball, I think. Just bowling right arm under the wicket, and again straight past the sweeping bat of Jackson Marker. No run. Such a valuable over this coming from the number 17 for KwaZulu-Natal. That's Ndu Nyawase. B2 bowler off literally one step, comes in. This time he does get hold of it. It's played straight through to mid-off. A foolish piece of fielding there, I think. Has a bit of a shy at the end, and they're going to come through for 3, and that is essentially a 6-run hit by Free State. That was poor fielding by KwaZulu-Natal. They should have just held on to that. No need to have a shy at the non-striker. 162 for 1 now, and we need just 10 runs for the win of 13 balls. The batsman on strike is Dave Laundrie. Has a very strong strike back down the ground, but we know these balls are not particularly heavy, and so it will get pulled up before the end of the before the boundary, and they go through for 2, and that brings the total required now just 8 runs required of 12 balls remaining. That is the end of the over, the end of who was the bowler there? Was it Tabiso?
The ball up before.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's have a look to see who's going to be coming through here. I think this is going to be Tabiso to take this this what could possibly be the final over the match. Just 8 runs required off it.
Where am I looking? Which side am I looking? Tabiso. This side.
He's going to be bowling from the Parkhurst end. Tight field around this B1 batsman Jackson Marker, who managed to hit a 6 in the previous over. By that we mean, of course, his runner ran 3 off his bat, and counts as double. We think that this is Tabiso coming from this side. We'll have a look now as he bowls it. Oh, and he bowls him. He gets the wicket. Such an important wicket. That is the end of Jackson Marker. He Dave closed the score for me. I'll get the score for him in a moment. I don't know where my score has gone. And they walk off arm in arm. Very strong innings there by Jackson Marker and his runner Bongani Bosakwe. And he is bowled for 30 runs off 18 ball. And the bowler was Toboko Molisane, number 7. Very excited Free State team here. They are cheering from the boundary. You can hear the noise and the enthusiasm. And the next batsman to come out is number 4, Zakele Zwane. They've sent out a B3 batsman here, and I think with the aid of David Laundrie, they should be able to bring this home. Just a reminder, they require 8 runs off 11 balls. Run rate now required under 4.5 runs and over. So it is going to be the wicket, by the way, was bowled by Toboko Molisane. He comes in, he tries for the little late cut, and it is collected by the keeper and given a wide ball.
David's still there.
7 runs now required off 11 balls. Walker comes in again, swept away into the onside. They're certainly going to come through for 1. Laundrie not keen to make it into 2. I think he relishes the possibility of having the strike to try and bring this home. After 18.2 overs, 166 for 2, looking for 171 for the win. 6 runs now required. 6 runs off 10. This is going to be wide outside the off stump. That's going to bring it down to 5 runs now off 10 required. That amount just trickling down. 5 runs off 10 balls. Balls again just worked into the onside. He's Laundrie happy to do this in singles. They jog through for the 1. 4 runs now required, with 1.5 overs remaining. Balls again, wild swipe into the offside by Zakele Zwane, and they just keep it to a single, and that brings just 3 runs now required. Will Laundrie try to finish it in a single shot? The drive backward of the keeper must be on now, going for that short boundary, surely. I think if this is outside the leg stump, that is exactly what he's going to go for. There is a man back there though. And that's exactly what he does. He drives it hard. It runs away down to the fine leg boundary. That is the victory with David Laundrie, the man who's managed to bring them home. And so the Free State 173 for 2, chasing that 171 of KwaZulu-Natal. David Laundrie, the man of the moment, 69 off 55 balls. With him Zakele Zwane, 2 off 2. And the Free State win by 8 overs. This opening match of the CSA Blind Cricket Week. We look forward to you joining us at 2 o'clock for the second game of this first day, and you can hear the singing beginning to erupt from the Free State men as they know that they may have lost Bloemfontein Celtic, but they've definitely still got their team here at the Blind Cricket Week. See you at 2 o'clock.